My name's Lauren McDowell. I'm Head of Marketing for ASUS. Talking to you today about the ZenBook 3 Deluxe, the UX490. ZenBook 3 Deluxe is actually the latest in our range of Zen devices. It's basically inspired by the Zen design. So you can see that iconic concentric spun circle design. This product is actually made out of aircraft grade aluminium, so it's ultra rigid, ultra light. The case itself is produced through a 40-stage process, and then a 2-stage anodizing process, which gives you that beautiful golden edge.
So this whole time, the lid on the Zen, we're seeing that ZenBook 1 and so on, the whole time that has been the name for that pattern on the lid, the Zen process, is it?
Oh, well, it's basically, we call it concentric spun circle.
Yeah. So the whole time you had a name for it.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
So, Lauren, I think some of our readers who have seen the 390, because we've launched that's the Skylake one, I think.
Yeah.
I'm not sure Skylake. I think I'm pretty sure Skylake. Anyway, that's. So, how would you before we get into the small details of this, what would you characterize the main difference between this product and 390?
I guess the main big standout feature is going to be the screen itself. So it's a 14-inch screen in a 13-inch body. So when we talk about 14-inch, we're talking about diagonal and 13 by width. And what that means is you have an ultra slim bezel, and so you can actually see more, get more done for a slimmer device.
So what does it say on the box? So if somebody goes, they're shopping for a laptop, what's the official size of this laptop?
The official size of laptop?
Yeah, so the marketing name, so 12, 13, 14?
Yeah, so it's always based on screen size, 14-inch, it'll be called a 14-inch, so based on screen size. So we managed to do it obviously with a ultra slim bezel, Corning Gorilla Glass 5, so it's rugged and scratch resistant as well. Internally, it's an Intel Core i7 processor. You'll find there's three USB-C ports on the outside. 2 of them are Thunderbolt, so they can actually take up to 40 gigabits a second, and one is your standard USB 3, 10 gigabits a second. Internally, we have 16 gigs of RAM, and there's 2 SKUs in Australia. One is 512 meg SSD, and the other one is 256 meg SSD.
Why is Australia offer this, especially for the ASUS products? Typically we get different SKUs. For those not in the industry, maybe they're shopping around and they're seeing something on Amazon, they're seeing something on Newegg, and they're going looking here to buy something. Why typically for ASUS product we have that differentiation?
In terms of our retail environment, certain retailers go for a certain price point and SKUs, so they choose that product mix to reach the right price point. For our ASUS shop, we have the 512 meg version because we're always quite happy to then showcase the highest level of technology. So that's probably the simple reason for that. Yeah, so USB ports. A couple of other features here. It has really elegant sound. It has Harman Kardon surround sound speakers. So even though the speakers are really light and slimline, you get a really rich and vibrant.
Where are the speakers located?
See the speakers located there.
Okay, so you have grills on them.
Okay. So that's actually 4 speakers, surround sound speakers.
Okay.
And then in terms of security, you have your fingerprint sensor here on the touchpad as well. So it's a multi-touch touchpad, but you have fingerprint security, so that actually works with Windows Hello.
Okay, so it's a Windows Hello certified device.
Yes, it is, yeah. So all of the features, the security features that you would expect from Windows 10. So yeah, it's all round an elegantly designed device with great power, great internals. Designed for the latest version of Windows 10.
Let's go over the I/O again, because this is the whole topic of these sort of slim devices.
Yeah.
So we have 3 USB-C on this machine.
Yes, correct.
My concern with these sorts of devices, ASUS is a pioneer of this, is I'm going to use somebody else's word, courage.
Right.
So different OEMs take different design choices in designing these sorts of flagship premium units. What we've noticed is with your competitors, there's the Yoga and there's a couple of others, they've gone with 2 USB-C, 1 USB-A, and these sorts of slim, very portable 2-in-1, and some of these. You've gone for the really premium design with all the exclusively Type-C, and obviously there's reasons for that because you want to integrate the Thunderbolt and all those sorts of things. So somebody who buys this, they're going to have problems using legacy. How is somebody going to connect their legacy devices to this sort of very high-end notebook?
So we actually come with a docking station in the box as well. So the docking station will take HDMI and USB-A. So you can then plug this in and get advantage of your legacy devices through that.
Yeah, we don't get just a simple adapter. We get so somebody buys this, they can then be able to connect the HDMI and the USB out of the box with this notebook. You're not going to have to worry about all these adapting to a new ecosystem.
That's correct. Yeah, it comes with the adapter in box.
So let's just recap for what's on the dock. The dock is the HDMI and the USB.
Yes, HDMI and
No LAN.
USB. In terms of LAN connection, let me just actually what we do is we get that up. I'm not too 100% if we have the international model here. So what we'll do is just so we don't give you any wrong information, we'll confirm on that one. So this is what we have in box for this model. But with the local SKU, we'll just absolutely confirm on that one. USB-C, at least USB and HDMI.
So with this model, there's only one option on the screen.
In terms of the screen size, correct, yeah, it's just the one.
In terms of, say, somebody wants a higher gamut screen or higher resolution screen.
That's correct, yeah. That's exactly right.
Because I believe this is, I think it's not a full gamut screen in this model. You've made a compromise in terms of using a lower gamut screen to get that sort of thin profile and to put glass on it, versus fitting a more higher gamut screen. I think there's a 72% screen on this one.
Right, correct. I guess in terms of the screen gamut as well, I guess it's well optimized for this device.
Okay, so you've made that. So you have reasons. You have specific reasons in terms of designing this device why you've chosen that screen.
I mean, I guess in terms of the product mix, all the features inside here are optimized for the product that we want to bring to market. So it's always considerations that are taken into account.
So, well, what's the approximate range? We're talking the price range in terms of the US and here.
The price range is it 2699 for this product.
So 2,500, 3,000 range.
Around that, yeah.
So there's different versions here with different SSD and.
So the key difference is actually SSD. So the two versions are 512 and 256 SSD.
Okay. So going forward, there's going to be this and there's going to be the ZenBook, the 390, the other ZenBook. So they're supposed to complement each other, or this is supposed to be a replacement?
They complement each other. So you'll find that as you develop new products and bring those new products to market, then each of those products will fit a relevant price point.
So this is a quite premium device. It's quite thin. It's got Windows Hello. We've got some quite innovative technology with Thunderbolt, with the speakers and so on. Intel's going to update things later in the year. Where's Ultrabooks going? What is left to innovate? I mean, this is pretty much the pinnacle.
Yeah, I guess with Ultrabooks you'll see that definitely, the slimness that we have is at a really optimized level. So there's definitely other developments that you would see as far as the actual dimensions of the screen, how much of the screen is taken up in terms of the screen body ratio, and then also in terms of the look and feel of the materials themselves. So you feel as one of the people responsible for this device, you feel there's still room to innovate and room to grow with this sort of thing, especially with the display. Well, definitely there's room to innovate in terms of future products as far as display is concerned, and for sure the materials and the craftsmanship of the body itself. There's a lot of areas to explore to look at different materials and different consumer preferences.
All right, thank you for talking to Nitro.net, Marlon.
Thank you.